Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chanty, and in today's video, I have a part 2 of my $30 vegan on a budget meal plan. In my last video, I showed you a $30 Trader Joe's grocery haul, and today I'm gonna show you a day's worth of meals that you can make with that exact $30 budget-friendly shopping list. A lot of the ingredients can be used in multiple different ways and multiple different recipes, as you'll see in today's video. Also, one of the things that I love to do when I'm on a budget is to make huge portions of things and then save the leftovers. That also saves you a bunch of time during the week for meal prepping. And of course, all of the ingredients in today's video can be found in my Trader Joe's $30 shopping list. So if you haven't watched that video, I'll put the link in the description down below so you can check that one out. Let's get straight into the video. For breakfast, I'm having oatmeal. I feel like oatmeal is something that gives me a ton of energy and keeps me full for a long time, so it's one of my favorite budget-friendly breakfasts to have. I take 1 cup of my rolled oats, put them straight into my bowl. Sometimes I do a half a cup if I'm not that hungry, but today I was feeling hungry. So I'm using a whole cup of oats. I take half the banana and put it straight into the bowl with the oats, along with just enough water to cover the oats. I don't like it when they're too wet and mushy. Then I'm sprinkling some cinnamon in there, and here I am just mixing it up, and I pop it into the microwave for 3 minutes. If you don't want to use a microwave, you can also cook it on the stovetop. Now I'm slicing up my strawberries that I'm gonna garnish on top. Strawberries are one of my favorite fruits. When the 3 minutes up, my oats are cooked perfectly. I give it a good mix, and the banana melts inside of the oats, and it gives it natural sweetness without using sugar or maple syrup. So that's my favorite method to cook my oats. It honestly tastes like banana bread. Next, I put the strawberry slices on top along with the other half of the banana. Finally, I top it off with an additional sprinkle of cinnamon, and breakfast is ready to eat. For lunch, I'm gonna be making this black bean, sweet potato, brown rice Buddha bowl. I'm starting out by using my Instant Pot to cook a huge batch of black beans. I take the entire 1-pound bag of black beans that I got from Trader Joe's, rinse them off, and put them straight into the Instant Pot. Using the Instant Pot is so easy. I just cover them by about a ½ inch to an inch of water, and then I set the timer to 27 minutes. If you don't have an Instant Pot, you can cook your black beans on the stovetop. I actually have a video on how to cook your black beans on the stovetop, so I'll link that in the description down below so you can check that video out. Cooking them on the stovetop is pretty easy. It just does take a little bit more time. It takes about an hour to cook them on the stove. I like to cook beans in big batches like this so I can have enough for the entire week, and I can throw them into recipes last minute, and I just like to have them all prepped and ready to go. Once I have my black beans cooking in the Instant Pot, I start prepping my sweet potatoes for my Buddha bowl. I chop them up into rough chunks, and then I put them in boiling water on the stovetop, and I boil them for about 10 to 15 minutes until they're completely soft. Since I do have about 30 minutes for my black beans to finish cooking, I'm gonna make a salad dressing in the meantime. For the base of my salad dressing, I'm using 1/2 cup of sunflower seeds. I'm also using about 1.5 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. It wasn't included in my original shopping haul because I always have this on hand. I don't buy it every single week. You can use any type of vinegar like white vinegar, rice vinegar. Lemons actually work best in this recipe. Next, I'm putting in 2 cloves of garlic. If you don't have cloves of garlic, you can also use garlic powder and just a tiny pinch of sea salt. And then I put in 1 cup of water and I blend it up. I like to keep it in this little jar in my fridge, and I like to have it throughout the week. I'm gonna also be using this in my dinner recipe. I'm gonna use it as a creamy sauce to top off my tacos. I also like to prep a huge batch of brown rice so I can have it for the whole week. I cook about 2 cups at a time in my Instant Pot, and I keep that in a Tupperware in my fridge for whenever I want to use it. So now I'm just taking my Tupperware of rice out of the fridge, and I'm putting it in a bowl to heat up in the microwave for about 30 seconds. Once my brown rice is all warmed up, I'm just topping it off with some romaine lettuce. Once all your food is finished cooking, you just need to top off your bowl, and I put a scoop of the sunflower seed creamy dressing right in the middle. Dinner is gonna be very similar to lunch, but also very different. You're gonna take similar ingredients. Instead of putting them in a bowl, you're gonna make tacos. For the black bean sweet potato tacos, you will need 1.5 cups of the black beans that we made earlier in the Instant Pot, about 1 cup of chopped peppers, 1/2 of a white or yellow onion cut into slices, and 2 small sweet potatoes peeled and diced. For spices, you will need 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and 1 teaspoon of chili powder. You can also add in some cayenne if you want them to be extra spicy. I'm gonna saute all the ingredients in a pan on my stovetop. First, I'm starting out with the sweet potato because that will take the longest to cook. I'm using water to saute the sweet potatoes, and I cover it with a lid to help the steam cook the sweet potatoes faster. Once they've softened up for about 2 to 5 minutes, you can go ahead and add in the onions. I cut them into little thin slices, and I kept the peppers chopped in their cute little round shapes. You can go ahead and add in the peppers as well. Next, I add in all the spices and give everything a good mix. I covered it to let everything cook on the stove for about 5 to 7 minutes. And next, I'm gonna warm up the beans on half of the pan, and I like to keep them separate so I can layer up my tacos nice and neatly. On another small pan, I'm gonna start warming up my corn tortillas. This is super easy to do. All you need to do is heat up your pan and then place them on one side for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then flip them over for another 30 seconds, and they should be warm and toasty. Once you have a few taco shells warmed up, you can go ahead and start assembling your tacos. I'm also using some shredded romaine lettuce and some chopped tomatoes. Lastly, I'm using some of the creamy, cheesy sunflower sauce for my final topping. I'm also serving this with some brown rice with some leftover hot sauce that I had saved in my fridge. And here is the finished meal. You could also repurpose the spicy sweet potato, onion, and pepper filling and put it on top of a bowl, which I will insert right here. I actually did this the next day. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it and you want to see more budget-friendly vegan meal plans, make sure you give this video a big ol' thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to my channel by clicking that red button down below. I post videos twice a week here on YouTube on Tuesdays and Fridays, and I would love for you to subscribe and join the family. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!